are you guys doing? So we're in a different area for my chit chat videos. Girl, you're gonna have to, you know, ignore my boobies. They small now, but they big. They small, but they big. I'm gonna try to cover it like this so it won't get flagged. So we're going to be cooking while doing a chit chat video. And y'all know how we do this. I talk about what's going on in my personal life, what I'm watching on YouTube, and what I'm watching on TV. So I am cooking. Now that I'm by myself, I still cook because honestly, I've gained almost 10 pounds from eating out, and I'm a person that typically cooks at home. And I would have to say I've managed to keep my weight since I graduated from high school. I was overweight, then I lost a lot of weight. I've managed to keep my weight in my adult life between 15 pounds. Once I gain the 15 pounds, I lose it within 3 months. I don't play those games, baby. I get that weight off because I'm short and I like to keep my figure looking curvy and cute. So your daddy and your granddaddy can look at me. Okay, Vivian, y'all pray for me. So I'm gonna be cooking tacos, because my best friend is coming. This is my reason why. I love tacos. I think I'm like part Latino or something, but I love tacos. I really do. It's one of my favorite foods. So, making cheesy chipotle tacos along with coconut rice. And so, what's the point, girl? Before I got, by the way, I've been drinking my Chardonnay. This is why I'm all over the place. So, I'm gonna be making cheesy, crunchy tacos. I've been marinating my chicken breasts in a chipotle sauce with all types of seasonings for about 18 hours. I have some rice here that I've already rinsed out. This is jasmine rice. I have pico de gallo that I've already put in the refrigerator, along with my other vegetables I've already chopped up. I have some green onions, bell peppers, red, green, cilantro, jalapenos. I like to do all my prep work before I start really drinking. And then I have some corn tortillas here that I'm gonna be using. And of course my cheese is still in the fridge. I have coconut milk for my rice. And that's a little rice. That's not a lot of rice. That'll make enough rice for about 2.5 people. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stuff back in the refrigerator to keep it cool, okay? And we're gonna get started on talking about what's going on in my personal life. So JB has been, oh, by the way, if you see the TV, I have Bridgerton in the back here that I'm watching, sorta, kinda. JB just came back from South Padre Island off the coast of Houston. He came back yesterday. I met my husband in Heat to drop him off yesterday. Baby, let me turn the camera so you guys can see me. JB is so chocolate. He's so, y'all, my baby took after me when it comes to the skin tone because he's chocolate. My husband's red as a red bone. My sister's light skin. And JB's darker than I am, and I absolutely love it. I love it. It's so funny. When my husband sent pictures of JB when he was a newborn, when my husband sent pictures to his family in Ethiopia, they were like, is your girlfriend, I was his girlfriend then, they were like, is your girlfriend dark skinned? He's like, they were like, no, she's not that dark skinned, but the baby came out so chocolate. They loved it because they're quiet as it kept. They're half Arabic. So they're lighter skinned. They're lighter than my husband, actually. They're my sister's skin tone, honestly. So they loved it. They loved to see him chocolate. I think he's the most chocolate person on my husband's side of the families. Anyway, so JB had a good time. Now, when he came back, my husband was, you know, being a good sport, sending me videos and stuff and pictures of them while they were out. They were on a boat ride during the trip, and I noticed JB didn't have no damn life jacket on. So I didn't make a scene. I didn't say anything. I waited for them to come back, and I was like, just to let you know, minors are supposed to wear life jackets on a boat. That whoever was conducting that boat, alcohol. Whoever was running that boat could have been fined, because you're not supposed to have minors on a boat. Anyone under the age of 18 is supposed to be wearing a life jacket. So JB was like, yeah, mama, there was kids on there younger than me that didn't have on. I said, yeah, it couldn't be me. Not only will you have a life jacket on, I would have 3 of those hoes on. So I was thinking about taking JB to a boat trip up here in Lake Ray Hubbard. Y'all, lakes are very dangerous, extremely dangerous. And I guess there's an area up here in Rockwall, this the shores. Rockwall is off the chain, so it's like a man-made beach. You can go to the shores, you can get in the lake. I'm not getting on that damn lake because the lakes are dangerous. Lake is dangerous. That lake is dangerous. Lake Louisville is hella dangerous. But people be going out there now thinking even people who swim drown in these lakes because they're dark, they're muddy, there's shit at the bottom that you get tanked. Girl, I can't swim. I can't do nothing but sit there and look cute. So I'm not gonna do the lake anymore. He got his little fix at South Padre Island. So I'm that type of mom, y'all, that I give JB free reign. So he's been going to bed at 11 o'clock. And I haven't really done anything as far as school-wise though, but I am the type of parent, I know, hear me out. I have JB reading. He hasn't started yet, but he is gonna start in July. I will have him read at least 2 books during the summertime. And then I will have him to do get ready for 3rd grade, get ready for 4th grade. I've been doing that since he was in 3rd grade actually, to where he does a package of worksheets every week, a month before he goes back to school, just to get him into the habit of doing schoolwork. So I'm gonna be doing it again this summer. I'm gonna have to give him a heads up here in a minute. I'm like, baby, I already have his books laid out. I've already had books here for him to start reading again, and for him to do some worksheets to get, you know, used to doing schoolwork before school starts. So that's something I've always done, and he's used to it, so it shouldn't be, you know, a big deal. So yeah, like I said, I picked up some weight. This is part of the reason why. But the main reason is because I've been eating out a lot. And a lot for me, y'all, is about 3 to 4 times a week I eat out. And it's a lot for me, even though it's like the 1 meal and that's it. But that's still a lot for me because typically in the past, I would eat out once a week or once every 2 weeks. First of all, I won't have that type of money and I'm not trying to eat out. So I've started walking in the morning times, just getting some exercise around the neighborhood, and getting to know my neighbors. It's so ironic, you know, both of my neighbors are federal work. Well, the one over here, she's a retired federal worker, and the one next to me, she's like me, she's a consultant for the military. So that's very interesting. But child, y'all saw my latest vlog where I had Dragonfly Jones. That cat was so precious, y'all. Beautiful tuxedo cat. Absolutely a doll. He was absolutely, his name was Maverick. That was his given Christian name. But I named his ass, I renamed him Dragonfly Jones after my favorite character on Martin. Baby, when I went up there to the, it was an adoption agency, not even a shelter, an adoption agency around the corner from me, well, about 10 minutes away. So I went there, and while I was there, about 10 minutes into the stay, I noticed around my bottom of my chin, I started breaking out in hives. And I was thinking, it was just everything. I was thinking, okay, it's because, you know, pet is in the air. Dog and cat hair is in the air. That's why. And baby, I'm sitting there. I'm sorry for popping, y'all. I know that's annoying. I'm sitting there. I didn't even pick up the damn cat. Just the smell, just being in the area broke me out in hives. And this is the thing that caught me when I absolutely was like, are you serious? At this particular adoption agency, they have volunteers. And so I noticed there was an older woman across from me, and there was a kitten crying. And I was like, oh, what's wrong with the baby? And the young girl that was with me that was helping me with Dragonfly Jones, she said, oh, we have volunteers that come in and sit and hold the animals. I said, shut up. Are you serious? She's like, yeah. So the baby kitten, I was like, I would die. I would take a whole bit of drill, two of those holes, and sit there and hold a cat. I said, oh my God. She said, you could be a volunteer. I said, I would die. I would die if I become a volunteer. So, didn't work out. And y'all saw the previous vlog. Mom, I was throwing myself against the wall.
Not really.
Like,
I only really had a couple of coughs.
A couple of coughs my ass. You wanna turn into a huge hive your damn self.
What?
Bye, JB. I'm doing a video. No more food. I'll cook you something here in a minute. So anyway, y'all. So that's that. My allergies are good. Child. In that same vlog. Oh, y'all. And I felt a certain type of way about that Habasha leaving her babies in the car. That was just so. And this is the thing. While I was getting the kids out the car, I did see a cop. Now, if I wanted to, I could have called that cop over, but I already knew that the mom, probably not being from this country, she probably didn't think it wasn't a big deal. Not making an excuse, but I just didn't want, I guess my thing is I didn't want to make the situation worse. That's why I took the kids. And the only reason why I took the kids out the car is because it was hot. We were outside. It was hot. So I wanted to take them out the car. One, two, I noticed there was a woman next to me and she looked concerned, like she was gonna say something. So I said, no, I'm gonna take them inside. And that's when she ended up leaving because she was there. And so anyway, if you want to hear about that, go back to my vlog. I'll link it here in the cards. But this woman left her kids in the car and she was in the store, and her younger children, I think in the video I said that the kids were 3 and 5. I think the oldest child was probably 6, but that youngest one was 3, maybe turning 4. They were little. And not only that, not to be, you know, they were in booster seats. And I think booster seats, you're supposed to be, what, 65, 70 pounds over? They needed to have been in car seats. They were tiny. They were very, I would say both of them were no more than 40 pounds. Okay, y'all, let me get started cooking here, okay? Woo, girl, yeah, I'm fine. Y'all, I used to get my clothes tailored to fit my body. Like, I like my clothes tight. So this right here, I would have had, you see how this is back? I possibly would have had this tailored, because I'm fast, about, not that tight, but probably I would take a ½ inch off so it can hug me. And it comes up like this. Can y'all see? Can y'all see that? Find me a great nail technician. This is what my nails look like. Her name is Erica. She's about 5 minutes away from me. First of all, let me put the food out at room temperature because it just makes it easier to cook. So I got my vegetables. This pan is gonna be for my chicken, okay? This stainless steel pot is for my rice. I like to brown my rice a little bit, and I'll show y'all over here what it looks like. I like to brown my rice a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put some warm chicken bouillon on the stove for my rice. Okay? I like to put that on the stove. Cook my rice first. I'm gonna brown my rice. I want it to really brown, okay? Turn the eye up a little bit. I use wooden spoons because you won't scratch your pan with wooden when I'm doing stuff like that. Wooden and stainless steel. Invest in really good stainless steel cookware, y'all. So y'all, what I'm watching on YouTube? First thing first, Team Summit, the passing away of Anada Lewis. She reminded me so much of Ashley from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Tatiana Ali. Is that her name? She passed away from ovarian cancer. And I had a subscriber tell me that she refused you know, traditional treatment and went for an alternative. Let me just say this. Let me back up for a minute. Please, please, black women, go get your mammograms. Not only does the hormonal cancers, ovarian, breast cancers affect us more aggressively, y'all already know about the treatment that we get. So do yourself a favor, get your yearly, first of all, be filling up in your boobs already on a monthly basis, so you know what they feel like. Get your yearly, along with your pap smears, get your yearly mammograms. I'm getting them every 2 years now, but I was getting them every year ever since I was 32 because I have a history, family history. 6 aunts have had either breast or ovarian cancer, so I've been on it, okay. And I just made my appointment recently. From what I understand, Anada didn't get her mammogram until she was 47. For whatever reasons, I guess she some of the information I read, she was afraid. I understand. I mean, there's some women who are afraid of a pap smear, risked it. And that kind of reminds me of, there was a YouTuber I was following. She was a mukbanger. She was diagnosed with cancer, I don't know what type, and she also decided not to go through chemotherapy, which, y'all, bless your heart, chemotherapy is horrible. This particular YouTuber opted out of going through chemotherapy. I can't remember what type of cancer she had. I want to say it was breast cancer too. She was dead within 3 months. Within 3 months. Just horrible. Just absolutely horrible. Besides that, there's a TikToker named Chit, who apparently one of those podcasters giving advice, relationships, working out, all that jazz. A child was wandering around. I think this baby was a toddler, 4 or 5 years old. Come to find out, Chit stabbed his fiance to death. Y'all, these men, specifically black men, have got to stop listening to these podcasters. Like, seriously. That is an absolute disaster and a mess. Now, his ass going to jail, prison, for killing this poor woman. Supposedly, I'm gonna say that, supposedly. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit. And we're gonna get into what I'm watching on TV. And I'm gonna show y'all more what I'm cooking. How do y'all feel about, first of all, I haven't watched a full show of the BET Awards ever since Monique had hosted it. I don't know how long ago that was. Y'all remember when Monique hosted it and she did like a Beyonce routine? It was so funny. Was that the BET Awards? I think so. But I heard about the BET Awards and I did watch certain parts of it. Like I watched Maya's performance, I watched Ashanti, and then they did really good. Well, not really, they did good. Glorilla won for Gospel Artist of the Year. The fact that Glorilla won Gospel Artist of the Year is very telling of the church. The state of the church, the state of how we, as some of us, think of gospel music. Like, you mean to tell me, and there is no shade to the Glorilla. She was surprised, right? Kudos to her. So, Glorilla and gospel doesn't go in the same breath with me. This is my thing. Like, we gotta stop playing. Look, I'm saying this while I'm happy, but honestly, we have to stop playing around. I don't know. Let me know what y'all feel about that, because I was like, what is going on when I heard about that? I'm putting everything on fire. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this coconut cream and my actual rice, okay? Girl, I got tired. Now I'm sitting over here for my chit chat. I'm having some cheese and crackers before I make my tacos. Excuse the background noise. All right, girl. So where did we left off? Where did we leave off? Okay. Movies I've watched. The Girl with All the Gifts. Love the movie. Love the main actress. Love the little girl, black actress. She's absolutely adorable. I watched Still Magnolias, y'all. I haven't seen that movie in so long, and it hit differently when you're older. I honestly haven't sat down and watched that movie since I was probably in my 20s, and it's just totally different for me now. Sleepaway Camp. Ciao. Sleepaway Camp, 80s movie. Sorry, y'all. A bit disturbing. Ciao. The ending is not expected. It's a good movie, though. It's free on YouTube if you want to watch it. Again, Sleepaway Cabin. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. When the Ball Breaks. Fine ass. You know who it is from Save the Last Dance. Girl, no. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Morris Chestnut. And then old girl from the Scary Movies. Straw. Child. One thing about Tyler Perry is that he's going to make use of our trauma. Meaning black women, especially trauma. He's going to make use of it. He's going to make a movie out of it. He's going to have some bad wigs in it. But I will say that Straw was pleasantly surprising to me. But I just wish that he would do something. Yeah, you know what I mean? I just wish he would do something different. But it's Tyler Perry. And we already know what type of movies he put out. So that's what, in my opinion, I was expecting this. I wasn't expecting the ending, but I was expecting this type of woe is me movie from Tyler Perry, because that's just how he is. But y'all, that is it. I'm running low on battery. And I thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you as always to all of my new subscribers. Take care. Bye.